comes to how did you consider picking the team up characters like Ant-Man and Rocket Raccoon? Is it right or Nova?
On the team up characters,
Yeah. How? What were the considerations?
well, we wanted to sort of branch out. The Powerdists give us an opportunity to grab content from even more properties that we may not have been able to include in a playset or a figure. So we have a team up with Winter Soldier and Ant-Man, a couple of others there that we were able to include, and it sort of is another way to sort of please fans to see some of their favorite characters or some of their favorite worlds included in the game.
Oh, is it because of these characters have appeared in animated series and movies already? That
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the characters that we use, or a lot of the other content that we use for the Powerdiss, sometimes it's because it's very popular, and we know that fans will be excited to see it. Other times, like in the previous game, sometimes we'll reach into some more obscure things, like for example, we had some content from some obscure films like Gus the Mule in the Disney Powerdiss, and a lot of people may not be familiar with some of these movies from the past, but it kind of gives us a way to show just the breadth and the depth of Disney's properties.
speaking of movies, when can we expect the characters from Big Hero 6 to appear in the game?
Sure, yeah, those will be available with the November launch.
November.
Yeah.
And there were some early reviews of the game, and there were some mixed reviews thinking that version 1.0 has more features. Could you comment on that?
Well, I don't really see how the first one could have more features because we've actually built on the first one for the second game. We took the toy box from the first game and we made a number of enhancements onto it. So there's actually more in the second game than in the first game. We also have three full play sets and two completely new genres of gameplay with the toy box games. There'll also be two additional toy box games with the November release of the Disney starter pack. So in all, there'll be four different toy box games and three full play sets. So it's actually a very large game. The play sets themselves are arguably more in depth and more lengthy than the first game. So.
And sir, how did you consider the characters that should be purchased and the characters to be unlocked? Because some characters will
Yeah.
only be unlocked if, yeah.
Well, the unlock of characters, if you're talking about in the playsets, the crossover characters, those are just ones that we thought fit well for those other universes. I believe in the comics, Iron Man has made appearances in Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man, so they sort of naturally fit in the universe. We had a lot of assistance from the team at Marvel. For example, one of the writers worked with our team to make sure that everything was authentic and all the decisions that we were making for the game were shared with the team at Marvel. And so they helped give us guidance on certain things, including who might be ideal characters for the game, who might be ideal characters for crossover characters, and some of the other content like Power
Perhaps that the reason why Nova can appear in the Avengers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not intimately familiar with the comics, but I believe that those characters that are crossing into other playsets are largely based on either content from shows or comics, and they've done that before.
So by November, how many characters are we expecting to be a playable character to be playable characters?
Well, we have 16 for the Marvel side. There are 6 Avengers, 5 for Spider-Man, and 5 for Guardians. Then we have an additional 8 characters on the Disney side. So roughly around 24 characters by November. And then there'll be another 6 characters, the 3 villains, Ronin, Loki, and Green Goblin, as well as Yondu and Falcon.
Oh, Yondu.
And then
The movie
also
version or the comics?
I believe also sort of just an infinity version,
Ah,
based on the movie and the comics, stylized the way the other characters are. And then Jasmine as well. So those will be rolled out post-launch.
okay. So my last question: what are your expectations for this game in the Philippines?
I feel like it's a great matchup. Hearing about how popular Marvel is, I mean, I was actually in my room earlier this morning, kind of browsing through TV, and I noticed there was a Marvel show, a Marvel comic show that came on. I couldn't exactly see what it was. I wasn't getting the best reception, but
Was it in Filipino language?
yeah, yeah. So it was really cool to see, how
Did it feel
popular it is here.
weird?
And yeah, it was neat to see just that the Marvel brand is something that people have a lot of enthusiasm for
Yeah.
out here, and I think with our game and the gameplay, it's a great matchup, and I think it bodes well, and I think it's very promising for the future of Infinity here.
Thank you, sir.